There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino is the name. And in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about planning for taxes. Yes, that's right. It's time. Taxes are changing this year coming up. And, I have the last few years, I've had a colorful time, doing my taxes. I do not like tax season. It's an interesting time for me. Okay. When for people who don't make a certain like level of income, it's probably no big deal, I guess. I, for one, have a lot of different things going on, a lot of different sources of income, a lot of different things to claim, and it's just a lot, right? I always, I don't do my own taxes. I go to a tax professional who specializes in that. And yes, I am an accountant, but that is not my strong suit. I go to someone who has been doing taxes well over 20 years and can handle the kind of things that I have going on. But every time she sees me, she's like, okay, let's go to war. She knows I'm going to have a lot of different things to deal with or whatever. But this year is the last year, I guess. Well, some things are changing for next year. What they are, I don't know yet. I'm going to find out. I just know that I have to start planning for my taxes much better than I had in the past. So I don't know what changed with the tax laws or whatever, but I am going to right now. I am putting, as of today, I am putting 20,500 per year into my 401k, which is the max contribution that you can allocate. So I'm doing that. So that is about 1,700 a month, which is way more. I think I was doing like 680 a month because I was doing other things, but now I need to reduce my income as much as possible. And 401k plan is the fastest way to reduce the income to as far as taxable income. And so that's the fastest way for me to do a quick reduction for right now until I come up with a better tax strategy. So that's where I had to do that. She was like, yo, we got a plan. Next year's going to be different. So, up front, you need to be putting much more than you're putting in your 401k. I was only doing the company matching. you know, I wasn't really concerned with reducing incomes because I have businesses and things like that and all kind of other little stuff. But, I'm just at a point now where I just got to park the money, and it's to the point where I almost don't want any more money. All right, because it's like that's how it makes you feel, right? Because certain things push you into different categories, and it's like, dang, like they trying to do me like that. So I'm trying to figure some other things out now. I'm definitely gonna be trying to get more into the real estate realm, just because it's a very good tax structure, protects against taxes. Even with my 401k plan, I need to do some different things, and I'll go over that kind of stuff in a different video because I'm actually going to do a video about retirement planning. But you definitely need to start planning your taxes, whether or not it's a particular type of vehicle that you're going to buy as a tax incentive, like as a something you can depreciate on your taxes a certain kind of way, whether or not you need to buy real estate in a certain type of way, or how to invest in real estate in a certain kind of way in order to protect against taxes, whether or not it's using a 401k plan, or what type of retirement account you're going to use, or even if it's a self-directed 401k or IRA or whatever. like whatever your plan is, you need to get with a tax professional and actually go over things. I know I had to. Once you move to a certain point, like everybody, we out here, we trying to get this money, we trying to run this money up, and taxes will humble you. Okay, taxes will humble you when they say, "Oh, you owe such and such thousands of dollars on your taxes, and you have to pay in or whatever you got to do." It will humble you. Okay. You will say, you know what? What other ways could I avoid? Because, of course, yes, you can pay tax. You can pay as much tax as required. Other way to do it is charities. You can donate to certain charities, whatever, to reduce your taxable income, or you can dump more money into your 401k. And I am currently maxed out at what I can put in my 401k. So, I'm putting the maximum amount. That's way more than what I was planning to do. I'm going from putting about 4,800 or something like that. Is it 4,800? Maybe 8,000. Let me see. It was 488. Okay, so out of my own personal pocket, at one point, I got to go back and look, but because they do matching, right? So, but out of my personal pocket, I probably was putting for something 5,000, maybe 6,000 a month. I mean, not a month, but a year, and I'm going to 20,000 and some change right now, a year. Maybe I was putting a lot more, 7,000. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was, I didn't really watch it too tough. I am watching it like crazy now because I'm trying to do multiple things in order to reduce my taxable income to stay at a certain level. Because once you start moving in different categories, it get crazy. All right, and I thought I still had a couple years before I was gonna need to start. Maybe at least another 2 years before I was gonna need to start dumping that much into my 401k. But it's beyond here. I should have been doing it. All right, because but times were different. Now I have no choice. So you definitely want to get with somebody who knows tax well and start doing some tax planning. All right. Like whether or not you're planning because you just like the first day you go to your organization or whatever organization you're going to, like whatever job you get, your first day at work, you need to be planning your tax strategy all the way out. And of course, the more money you make, you got to make adjustments. No 2 years have to necessarily be the same. They may be depending on your situation. I haven't had two of the same years since I started. All right. So, well, since I got out of the military, it's pretty simple. Usually when you're in the military, you just get your regular check. But when you like an entrepreneur, you doing all kind of different things, go to a tax professional, do it the right way. Don't do no sneaky stuff, none of that kind of stuff. Do it the right way. But there's a difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance, right? So evasion is against the law. Tax avoidance is not illegal. You can avoid paying taxes by doing something else with the money, whether or not it's a charity, dumping more money in your 401k or whatever like that. Either way, you can still pay taxes, but you can still put more money in your 401k, which is the government is forcing you, they're kind of like forcing you or incentivizing you to put money away for retirement. People aren't doing it, Some people aren't putting anything in their 401k, and they get an even bigger tax bill, and they're making 100,000 already, and they're not putting anything in their 401k because they don't believe in putting money in or trusting somebody else to invest their money, and it is what it is, and they end up paying more in tax, and having nothing in retirement. Usually if they don't know what they're doing, trying to invest, then a lot of them don't have anything in retirement. They get a pension, but a very low amount because they didn't really contribute much to their 401k. And so it's things like that, at the very least, you can for most retirement accounts, if you needed to say borrow the money, you can borrow the money without a penalty up to a certain amount of years. It's your money. So you kind of become your own bank in a way. Instead of getting a bank loan, you can use your own money to buy that car or whatever, but you probably don't want to do that, because it's probably better to let the money sit and grow over a period of time. But if you did have your money in a low interest bearing for like 401k plan, say like a 2% or a 3%, and that card note is 7%, then in those situations it's probably better. But I'm not giving any advice. I'm just saying you need to come up with a tax strategy to avoid paying taxes. That's all I want to bring this, make this video about, because the time is now. If you get money, you need a tax strategy before you get money, you need a tax strategy. While you get money, you need a tax strategy. While you get more money, you need a tax strategy. When you stop getting money and you're going into retirement, you need a tax strategy. You need a tax strategy, and you need somebody who can help you out with it, because more than likely the average person does not know anything about this kind of stuff. Even people who do taxes. Can't just go to a regular person who does taxes, okay? Like, I once went to a lady who did taxes, and I was in the military, but I had a rental property, and I knew from being in accounting school that, I was still in the beginning stages of my accounting school, but I knew that land didn't depreciate. And I also remembered them saying that when I went to closing and the guys were just talking there or whatever, I'm just in the room, and they said that land doesn't depreciate. So the second time I saw it, I remembered, oh yeah, land doesn't depreciate. So now I'm there, and the lady's trying to depreciate my house. And she depreciated the total amount that I paid, but I knew that land didn't depreciate, and she was depreciating the entire amount that I paid. But a certain amount of that has to come out for the land, right? So land don't depreciate. So let's say you got $100,000 house and the land is worth $15,000. You can only depreciate $85,000 over 27 and a half years, or however long it is, whatever. So me not even being a tax person, just being somebody who's an investor, and also I was in accounting school, but I was like in accounting 1. I ain't know nothing. So even just being in that, and I'm like, hey, so how does this work? How do you depreciate it? And then she was telling me, oh, this is what number I got to deal with, this number. And I was like, okay, so you depreciate the whole thing? And she was like, yeah. I said, oh, okay, well, I thought land didn't depreciate. And then she said, I don't know. Let me go find out. She went, got the big tax person. They came and said, oh, you tripping? I'm going to have to do his paperwork. You're going to mess it up. So after that, I always wanted the best tax person that I could find. I didn't want to deal with the regular tax professionals, no disrespect to them, but my taxes are a little more complicated. So anyway, you definitely need to get with somebody who understands tax and not just does tax. You need a strategy, okay? Anyway, right now you're watching Casino Is the Name. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we are out. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you're watching Casino Is the Name, and if you wanted to know how I started my trucking business, I have an ebook called Big Shot, Hot Shot Volume 1, Own Your Trucking Authority. It's a great book, 5-star reviews. The link will be in the description below. Go get that. Yeah.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me and
her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live, wanna rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really trap.
You say you want to be successful. Well, what's stopping you? Can't nothing stop you from being successful except for you. You standing in your own way. I came from the bottom. I ain't know nothing but the grind. You can't tell me nothing about that. I caught the bus at Basin Street Projects in Tallahassee, Florida. You hear me? I used to think $1 million would last me my whole life. I'd have made that and spent that. $1 million ain't enough. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name.